All right, friends, Marquise Martin Hayes here. This is week one. We're going to talk about agua, water. Yes, so water is the foundation of everything that we do in this program. And so many of you have started drinking water. You have great water habits, and that's wonderful. All I want to do is make sure that we're all on the same page, right? Because if we are not on the same page, this program is going nowhere for anyone. But in all honesty, I also understand that we live in a chronic dehydrant society. What I mean by that is that for the most part, we do not drink enough water. And we are what I call chronic dehydrants. I'm pulling up some notes here, so don't mind me. I'll be doing that from time to time, just to making sure that I'm giving you all the correct content, I'm not missing anything, and that we have what we need. But as it relates to water, it is often overlooked simply because we don't like it. Yeah, the idea that we don't like something that's amazing for us as adults is pretty hilarious to me. But it is the mindset we take in our reality. We take the mindset that, hey, I don't like water, so I don't drink it. Well, that's not going to go too well if you want to be a part of the society that says living healthy is important to me and being productive is important to me. Because without water, you are on a quick path to death. And I don't mean physical death. Well, I do mean physical death, but not extinction. Water is essential. So you're going to hear me refer to Dr. Frank Bettman-Geldy. I believe it's Frank, my apologies, but it's Dr. Bettman-Geldy. He wrote a book called Your Many Cries for Water, or Your Body's Many Cries for Water. And so water is more essential than we've given credence to. Yeah. So when I use the term chronic dehydrant, what I'm referring to is a raisin. Shriveled up. Try wringing that thing out. Nothing's going to come. Cream. There's nothing there. There's no life. There's no vitality. Most of us are chronic dehydrants. We're like raisins. We have nothing to offer. We're not a vibrant grape on a vine, explosive with water, life, and vitality. And so as a result, our body really can't do much to protect us, to help us cleanse itself, repair us, eliminate. So many things are cut off because we're dehydrants. What does dehydrant look like? What does a chronic dehydrant look like? Well, maybe you have excess mucus. That's one of the indicators of not having enough water. Perhaps you're constipated. The number of people I have met that only have stools once a day, only once a day, something's not right. And water tends to be one of the primary reasons. And so when your body's unable to flush and cleanse itself, you live less than possible. Friends, we are 75% water. Some areas of our body are down to 70, other areas are up to 85%. Our skin, our largest organ, needs water, right? It needs nutrients and vitamins as well, but water is essential. And unless we are willing to really confront our habits and create new ones and accept the truth about what we need with water, then we're really going to struggle in our life, not just through the Club 1530, but in our life. Water is essential, and I can't stress it enough. It's the foundation. It's the crux of what everything we do is built upon. Why? Well, it's simple. Did you know that you can live without food for probably 50, 60 days? No problem. But with water, you get about 4 days and you're out of here. That's how essential water is. And so I can't overemphasize the reality that we've got to allow ourselves to accept the truth and incorporate new water habits. And so you may say, Marquise, what are some of the reasons I've heard? Marquise, I have to go to the restroom all the time. I don't have that kind of time throughout my day to be able to drink water. And I would say I understand that. I get that. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm playing with lighting here as well. We're going to continue to make this a little bit better every week. We're going to mess around and get some professional video. I can't go to the restroom in my job all the time. I'm either driving a bus or I'm sitting behind a desk, and I just don't have that type of flexibility. I understand. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm just asking you to start getting water in your life and make it a normal part of your life so that your life experience is more vibrant, so that you're having regular stools, so that you're not getting yeast infections, needless yeast infections, both men and women. That looks like a lot of different things, including, as I talked a little bit about mucus earlier, that includes earwax and dandruff. All that is related to being a chronic dehydrant. And that's not the best life for you. Did you know that when you are in a state where you're unable to eliminate, you're constipated, that toxins are just fluctuating and running rampant in your body? Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're kind of doing what they want to do, but that messes with your mood and your ability to be self-expressive and fully present. So no wonder you're short-tempered. You've got stuff in you. You're trying to get out. We used to make a joke that you're full of caca. Well, the truth is you are when you're not getting enough water. And that does affect your hormones. That does affect your mood. It affects your body's ability to cleanse and replenish and repair itself in such a way that allows you to eliminate like you're supposed to. Imagine with me, if you will, a green thumb, someone who's good with plants. Goes on vacation. They're gone 3 weeks. They get home. The plant in the pot, the surface is dry. The dirt, the soil is rock hard, right? Yeah? You've been in the desert. You've seen a plant. Surface is rock hard. You pour water on it, no problem, because that makes sense, right? Water flows off to the bottom. Where does it go? It goes in the pot, lucky for the plant. And so the water sits in the pot until the soil on the bottom slowly begins to soften and absorb it. And the roots begin to understand and communicate that's happening. And they begin to pull on that water to come on up through and nurture the plant. So the plant goes from here back to life, right? Full-fledged. Well, you're not quite like that, clearly. You want to know what the difference is? The difference between you and the plant, you don't have a pot. Not that's going to hold the water and allow your body to eventually absorb it. So instead, what you should do is what I would recommend with the plant is you come in and you take that same dry soil, you pour water on it a little bit, and you let it seep in after 10, 15 minutes or so. Pour some more, seeps in after 10 to 15 minutes or so. It begins to open up and expand. So what are you saying? I'm saying sip. S-I-P, sip. Stop drinking water. If you're not used to drinking water, begin sipping. Sipping is like 2 to 3 ounces at a time in 15 to 20 minute intervals. Well, Marquise is coming to me to the restroom. No, it's not quite the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. When you're sipping, you're not taking in too much water. You're taking in enough where it doesn't have to flush through your bladder, but your body also has an opportunity to potentially use it and allow your cells to slowly begin to absorb it. You're not flooding them, right? When you flood that plant, water runs all over the place, and you can actually kill it, right? That's why flooding kills crops. But when you sip, or you bring in the right amount, or you bring in the amount that your body can handle, your threshold, 2 to 3 ounces at a time, it can slowly build its tolerance and build its ability to absorb more water over a couple of weeks. Yeah, Dr. Bat McGeldy taught us that. We've done it with many clients. We've taught them to sip. Well, I don't like to taste the water. I understand. I get it. Add a little fresh lemon to it. Add cucumber to it. Add some fresh fruit. I'm not talking about the whole container, right? Because as we talked about in the introduction, you should have 2 water bottles that are at least 32 ounces each. 64 is better, but 32 at least, so that you can track. Because if you don't track, we can't measure, right? We don't really know what's going on. You can't really say, oh, I drink enough water. Most of the time, you don't. But when you track it, you're able to know for sure, and you can work on your goal and increase them. One of the things in the program that we're going to have are tiers, right? We're going to have a tier over here, and a tier in the middle, and then a higher tier. It reminds me of when I was growing up, I'd watch exercise on television. There was this lady in the middle. She just kind of kept the pace, right? She just kind of kept it going. This is where we're at. She was in control of everybody. But then off to her right, which looks like your left right now, but off to her right, she had a woman who was slower. And her pace was kind of, she was doing her thing so she wouldn't get injured. And that's cool, because some people are there. They're just getting started. They only drink 1 bottle of water a day, and that's a really big deal. Start talking about 32, 64, because right here in the middle, this is where you bottom out. This is half your body weight. This is 64 ounces at a minimum, right? Actually, 64 ounces over here. That's the bottom. That's where you want to get. I know that sounds like a lot for some of you. We're going to get you there. But right here in the middle, this is half your body weight. Research has shown if you drink about half your body weight, you're going to be good. And I know some people have heard, well, I might drink too much water and I'll get alkalosis. That's not going to happen. Don't worry. Trust me, I promise you. Not when you're living an active life. It's not going to happen. And then over here, you got the person that exercises on a regular basis, right? This person's drinking about 1 gallon of water a day. Yeah, 1 gallon. Why? Because, watch this. The body uses about 100 ounces of water a day. So he says drink 64 ounces a day, but my body's using 100 ounces a day, I'm still going to be dehydrated? The answer is yes. However, getting at 64 in is a start. That's why it's called the minimum. We want to get you at least on the minimum so that you can begin to build your base. And you get in here, right? And as you begin to work out, you start drinking a gallon a day because you understand before you get out of bed, you've got to get your water in so that you can function right while you're working out, while you're running, so that you don't cramp up, so that your muscles are expanding and they're replenishing, and the oxygen from the water is helping your cells and your blood cleanse so that you can build muscle and strength and burn fat and burn calories, right? Yes, water does all those wonderful things. As a matter of fact, did you know that your skin, your largest organ, needs water? Most of us look old because we're simply not drinking enough water. We're not allowing our body to perspire and release toxins. Yeah, all that. When you're not drinking enough water, going back to that raisin scenario, and you eat anyway, your body's just floating with toxins. So yeah, you get headaches. Yeah, I get headaches regularly. I get migraines all the time. This is just my life. Oh man, another yeast infection. This is just what we do. I mean, it's gonna go away. Oh my God, I got a cold again. I gotta blow my nose. All those are indicators of dehydration, friends. Dehydration, meaning your body doesn't have enough water to flush out the excess that it doesn't need. So that your cells are unable to absorb the water and then use it to cleanse you. But as you start getting your water in, slowly but surely, you begin to find that your cells are able to cleanse. You'll begin to find that your mind is cleaner. And what I mean by clean is that, you ever had coffee? When you drink too much coffee or hot chocolate or tea or like that, and you get that buzz, that heaviness in your mind, that fogginess. I mean, we've all experienced it. When you start drinking water, it starts flushing. Your cells are able to float. As your cells move through your body, they're cleansing and they're replenishing. And they begin to lift that fog out of your way. The fog is very, very real, but it's related to dehydration. And so in order for the program to work, dehydration must be handled out the gate. That is the first thing and the foundational thing we must work on. Again, you can only live 4 days without water. That's how essential it is. I'm going to share lots of tools with you that are all centered around drinking more water. How are you going to get it done? Well, if you are serious about the program, you got your 2 bottles, or you're going to get them. And you're going to start drinking. You're going to start sipping, right? 2 to 3 ounces at a time, every 15 to 20 minutes. Why? Because that's going to help you begin to train your cells to utilize the water. How am I going to do that, Marquise? That seems like way too much. Listen, here's the deal, friends. We're all adults in the program. We're all after this. We all want to see a transformation, and that's what we're after. Trust me when I tell you, being a chronic dehydrant is not going to help you. You can work out as much as you want to work out. You can eat great as much as you want to eat, but until you get your water right, your body's ability to flush out toxins and cleanse your liver and all those other elements in the body, it's kind of pointless. It really is. It's kind of pointless because it's like pushing things through a desert. It's just a lot harder. But when you got fluidity, your joints ache less. You got fluidity. You're able to flush things out. You're able to have regular stools on a regular basis. And we'll get into that another time, but I'll give you a quick sneak peek. If you're constantly eating and you're only going to the restroom once a day, sometimes twice, where's that food going? We'll spend some time talking about that. Don't worry. Indicators of dehydration. As I explained, mucus, dandruff, those are all indicators. Another indicator is a dry mouth, right? So at the point your mouth is dry, research tells us we're already dehydrated. At that point, we're already dehydrated, right? I ran a race today. I've got to get some water in me to help flush out what I lost, help flush out the toxins and also replenish what I lost while running. All of us are subject to it. Hydration is a process. You can't just, I'm going to drink this water and I'm going to be fine. No, I'll find myself in the restroom inside of 10 minutes. But through sipping again throughout the day and kind of picking up the habit, my cells begin to absorb and utilize that water, much like the plant, right? So that it can replenish and restore me. All you have to do is train yourself. This is a big guy's game, a big girl's game. Drinking water is foundation and fundamental. So welcome to Club 1530. Oh man, sorry about that. Welcome to Club 1530. In reality, until you get this principle understood, you're going to struggle. And I don't want you to struggle. It's optional. We'll talk about this and a whole lot more, but this is foundational. Dr. Batman Geldy talked about a couple different things that he was able to do by getting water up alone. He's able to cure yeast infections. He was able to cure Candida also. Candida is a disease, or not a disease, pardon me. It's a state in the body in which too much yeast has developed. We get yeast through breads and grains and cooked foods and things. And so that causes swelling, right? Yeast causes bread to rise, causes our body to expand, right? Whether it's through beer and alcohol or whatever your preferred source of excess that just simply turns into sugar that you won't use, that all builds up and becomes a problem inside the body and prevents the body from eliminating like it's supposed to and causes swelling. Getting your water up helps eliminate that and alleviate it. Are you saying that if I get my water up, I can eat as much bread as I want? No, I'm not saying that at all. You can eat as much bread as you want because this is your life. I'm only trying to offer tools to help you create a new lifestyle. And so we'll talk about that another day. But getting your water up means that no matter what you're doing, right or wrong, good or bad, if there is such a thing, you're at least giving your body the best opportunity necessary to flush it out as quickly as possible. Your cells literally need water to do that. So I'm relying on you in this game to play this game with me of getting your water up. Whether you're over here working at the 64 ounces or you're right here in the middle. You're making sure you get half that body weight, right? Because you know you're losing 100 ounces a day anyway. You want to make sure you're taking care of yourself and giving yourself the best opportunity to live a great life. Or you're over here, you're exercising. You're in the game for real. So you're hitting that gallon of water on a regular basis because you already know that you're going to be losing more. Here's a quick tidbit. If you drink coffee or any sort of diuretic, tea, alcohol, those sorts of things, you've got to up your game. Well, wait, what are you talking about? All right, so here's what you need to know. For example, if you drink 1 cup of coffee, because it's a diuretic, you automatically have to drink 3 cups of water to get back to 0. To neutralize the coffee, you got to have 3 cups of water. Yeah, so 3 cups of water, a cup of water is 8 ounces. 8 times 3 is 24. So a full bottle of water, regular sized bottle of water, plus a little bit more, just to get rid of 1 cup of coffee to get back to 0. So I just want you to know, if 64 is your goal, half your body weight's your goal, you're going to have to up your water if you're a coffee drinker, a tea drinker, or alcohol drinker. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I'm going to send you some information in the video and things. You're going to be able to see the power of water as experienced through a particular woman's life over 30 days. Many of you have probably already seen it. But water is so essential that without it, you would die in 4 days. Imagine what would happen if it was a normal part of your life. I know. I don't like it. I know. I'll have to go to the bathroom all the time. I know all those excuses. Here's the thing, friends. We're adults. And you're with this program, Club 1530, because you want to thrive. My job is to give you the tools to do so. Water is where we begin. This is Marquise Martin Hayes, your coach. Look forward to talking to you more.